All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Before we dive in, I want to cover a few housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded and we'll be sharing the recording with you after the session, along with any presentation material. We encourage you to ask questions throughout the webinar. You can do so by typing them into the Q&A box at any time. We'll address as many questions as we can during our dedicated Q&A segment at the end of the presentation. Right, hello everyone and welcome. We're thrilled to have you join us for today's webinar, AI in Higher Education, Enhancing Learning and Streamlining Operations. My name is Saima Khan and I'm excited to walk you through how AI is transforming the education landscape. Throughout this session, we'll explore how AI can enhance student learning, reduce faculty workload, and improve university operations, all while ensuring security, compliance, and cost efficiency. And of course, we have a live demo of Classbuddy to showcase these capabilities in action. Before we dive in, I'd like to give it over to Sarmad to introduce himself briefly.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sarmad Afzal. I am the AI architect for this solution. Happy to present in front of you today.
Thank you, Sarmad. Now let's get started and take a closer look at how AI is making a real impact. What we'll cover today is navigating LTI approvals and ensuring seamless adoption, how AI reduces administrative workloads and enhances faculty efficiency, strategies to avoid vendor lock-in and maintain control over your AI roadmap, AI cost-saving strategies for universities, and a live demo of Classbuddy in action. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding on how AI can fit into your university strategy, boosting efficiency, cutting costs, and ensuring seamless adoption within your existing workflows. But before we dive in, a quick introduction to who we are and the impact we're making in higher education. Classbuddy is at the forefront of generative AI for higher education, helping universities streamline workflows, enhance learning, and drive efficiency. With over 33,000 AI users and a model-agnostic approach, integrating with OpenAI, Azure, Gemini, and other models, we ensure institutions have the flexibility to shape their AI strategy. Our ecosystem, we work with leading universities and tech partners to seamlessly integrate AI into existing platforms like Canvas and Blackboard. Our focus is on practical AI adoption, helping institutions cut costs, reduce administrative burden, and improve student outcomes. We're not just another AI vendor. We're building a future-proof, scalable AI ecosystem that puts universities in control. Now let's talk about how AI isn't just a tool. It's an operational strategy. Imagine a university where AI is more than just a tool. It's an integral part of how faculty, teachers, students learn, and administrators optimize operations. AI isn't just replacing educators. It's amplifying their impact. AI assists in lesson plannings, grading, and student engagement. Enhance student experiences by providing them personalized 24/7 learning support for students. AI automates repetitive university processes, freeing up time and reducing costs. Employees benefit from increased efficiency and higher quality work. Students can improve AI literacy and learning outcomes. And instructors gain control over AI use, ensuring compliance with policies like FERPA and GDPR. Teams work with greater consistency, collaborating, and security. This isn't replacing people. AI isn't replacing people. It's augmenting their work, automating processes, and enhancing teaching and learning. The goal, a fully enabled workforce today and tomorrow that operates smarter, faster, and more efficiently. Let's now look at how we bring AI into everybody's learning environment. So what we're achieving is basically set parameters that help define what your AI tool is going to look like. With AI guardrails in place, educators optimize content. So the students have access to customized guidelines based on their course, based on the AI guardrails that are set up. Also, we have a security white paper to help navigate through LTI approvals, to have other systems such as Canvas and Blackboard be integrated with within your LMS system and also within Classbuddy. That also helps navigating the policy shifts that are part of an organization and institutes, help them avoid vendor lock-ins, because we've seen changes in policies, changes in demand and need as well, that we provide the flexibility to change from one AI model, between one AI model and another, that allows you to shift through what your AI strategy looks like based on your requirements or learning outcomes that you have. All right, before we hand it over to Sarmad for the live demo, let's take a step back and see just how far AI can go in transforming education. Whether it's content generation, data analysis, task acceleration, or student services, AI is here to support everyone, faculty, students, and administrators alike. And now let's see it in action. Sarmad, over to you for the live demo of Classbuddy. And we encourage audience participation. What challenges are you facing with AI adoption? Drop your questions in the chat and we'll address them later.
All right, thank you, Saima. So as you can see in the slide, this is what Classbuddy is doing. The students come in and ask a question. That question is somewhere inside the data sources, which could be the learning management system that your organization is using today. That could have transcripts, that could have like text information, that could have grading, quizzes, lectures, and everything over there. Now, the AI basically is the middleman in Classbuddy, which is talking to all these data sources, getting the right information based on the query that is being asked by the user, and giving the context to you. So this is how AI is taking care of your day-to-day questions, tasks, and academic logistic stuff that is happening in your classroom. All right. Now we'll move towards the live demo.
Stop sharing the screen.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we're seeing install serve for static host.
Perfect. Can you?
There we go.
See this? Perfect. All right. Let me just arrange it. All right. So here we go. So this is Classbuddy.ai. In this platform, again, it is all authenticated with your Entra ID or whatever identity management systems you are using. It goes with Okta, it goes with Shibboleth. So let's log in. I'm gonna log in with like a role that is a student role. And after logging in, you have a screen where you can actually start talking to the out-of-box models provided by different or famous AI, LLM companies. So it is not just ChatGPT's model, like GPT models that you can talk to, but you also have like Anthropic models, Claude, Sonnet, Haiku, and then you also have models from Google Gemini, right? So these are the models which you can just go and talk, get the information that you just do and go with like their own platforms, and then on top of it we are providing you an agent marketplace. We call it agent store, and in there you can go and see what different agents are created by your team members, maybe other students, maybe your faculty, or maybe by the IT, right? So in here you can go in my agents, these are the ones created by you. You can create your own. In here, you just have to provide the name of the agent, some description, instruction. That is something which basically defines the role of the particular agent, how it is going to behave, what persona it has to adopt. And then you can set up some conversation starter, pick up a category, And then that could be in a marketplace, or that could be just your own personal assistant you are using to prepare maybe for an interview application. Maybe you have some documents which you have uploaded, and they are grounding the information regarding IT processes or HR processes, whatever you want to use, right? So we have some already set up agents that we want to use today. And in here, if I go and do research grant administrator, so this is prompted in a way or instructed in a way that it is supposed to help you with your applications to NSF to get like research grants. So I can go and ask a question like, I am preparing to get a research grant. So now it's going to start asking questions like, how do you want to proceed? Based on the information provided, let me help you prepare a grant application. So these are like key things that I need to consider: review process, basic requirement, timelines, and all that stuff. Let's say if I say I wanna set up a high-speed computational lab, what are the requirements to get grant for it? So these are the steps that it is providing or suggesting me, like based on the requirement. These are like high-level steps: core proposal requirement, like project description, what steps I need to take, review criteria, intellectual broader impacts. These are like two different metrics that they use. Then we have to provide them with budget requirement and whatnot. Like it's going to give you entire explanation, and also it is giving you a link which you can use to go to the NSF website and understand, like so that you would know like the information that is provided by the AI is actually context aware. It is giving you the information from like appropriate and accurate data source, not like just hallucinations, right? Now we can go and explore our marketplace a little bit more, and let's see if I'm a student and I am trying to prepare for maybe a software engineer role, right? So we have a agent inside of a marketplace, which is interview prep coach. So I can go and start talking to it, and I can say like, I have an interview for data science role. Can you help me prepare for it? So now this particular agent is instructed in a way that it is going to help me prepare for that different kind of roles. How should I technically prepare, behaviorally prepare myself to answer questions in an interview for a data scientist role, right? So it is giving me like topics, broader topics, and then details of each subtopic which I need to prepare: statistics, probability, machine learning. These are the core topics inside that. Programming, what I need to take care of, and then let's say like, ask me technical questions on ML 1 to test my understanding. All right. So the first question that it gave is can you explain what bias variance trade-off is? And then it also gave me like some options which I can pick from. And then you can understand that here we are doing role playing. Like the AI adopted the role. I'll act as an interviewer and ask you technical machine learning questions one by one. So this is how you can use these kind of agents to prepare, right? I'm going to give it an answer like, please provide your first answer. Let's say bias variance trade-off. From there, it's gonna give me evaluation on my response. It's gonna give me a feedback, and then it's gonna move on to next question. And during this conversation, I can ask it to rephrase the answer that I just gave, so that you could become more clearer and concise when you are actually, giving an interview in front of any hiring manager, right? So these are the agents. And then there are like different agents available in different category. You can go and explore them. You can create and publish them onto marketplace as well, right? And then these are the virtual teaching assistants, as we were showing you in the diagram earlier. That is, the ones that are connected with your learning management system, so they understand, whatever is being posted by your professors in your classrooms is getting uploaded in your Canvas or any other learning management system, or is being recorded during the class sessions in Panopto, Zoom, or any other video hosting system. So we have a course setup, which is about business writing. And then there are like questions that you can ask related to the core content of the course, as well as there are options, or you can go like ask questions related to the class logistics. Let's say if we start with a logistic question, and I want to know, like, give me latest announcement made in the class. All right, so it is giving me the detail of the latest announcement made in the class, which is regarding the final exam, and then I'm gonna know like what modules are covered, when it was made, who made it, and you also see like it is providing you with the link. So this link again, justifies the response is not a hallucination, but rather it is coming from a data source which is integrated with the virtual TA, and then I can go and pinpoint to that specific announcement section mentioned in here, right? Then you can go and ask questions which are related to maybe the core content of the core content of the course. Let's say if I ask about, tell me about how to write a research proposal. All right. So again, it is giving me like detailed response in which it is telling me what should be the key components in a research proposal, different sections, different heading, what should be the detail inside each one of them. And finally, there are like some tips as well, which I can use. And then it is also referring like if you need any additional recommendations or additional resources or examples, you can reach out to the TA. Which is actually your human TA setup for the course, right? So let's explore any question regarding assignment. Are there any assignments due? So it is giving me like the information that there are like no assignments due. However, these are like entire upcoming weeks detail when they are due and what would be the assignments or the details of those specific modules, right? So this is the user experience that a student is going to have, so that he can talk and chat with the virtual PAs, as well as he can go and explore, pick any of the agent from the marketplace, or he can create his own, going into the agents, right? Now I'm gonna log myself out and I'm gonna put myself into the role of admin. And with that, you're gonna see like we have a couple more options, which basically helps you configure these virtual TAs and get an analytical overview of the entire application. All right, so we have a dashboard. Dashboard is basically giving me the analytics regarding what is the cost, how many tokens are being consumed, how many virtual TAs are being accessed, what are the top performing agents, and then like how many roles you have in your users. So this kind of information you can get on a glimpse in the dashboard section. Let's wait for a for a minute, let it load. We can come back to this. The next thing that I'm going to go on is the virtual TA creation, right? So this is how you basically create the virtual TAs. These are the ones already created. And then if I go and edit one of them, right? So this is how you provide the information and set up a virtual TA. Basic step, you're going to give them the detail about the TA name that you're going to put, the course name, details and everything, start date, end date, then the welcome message that you want to put on the screen, some prompt questions, then you have a prompt template, then you can set up AI guardrail, what the AI should give response to, what it should not give response to, what it should do in case answers are not found, and if you want to do any kind of content filtration, that goes in here. Then again, as I mentioned, you have different options to connect to different, different data sources, be it custom files, Canvas, Panopto, or captioning, right? And then you have access management. You can create your groups, and then you can give access to different groups to the virtual TA. Only those would be able to get access and talk to them. Then you have advanced setup options where you have configuration parameters for the large language model. You can pick one which you want to take and then configure those different parameters. Then you have course schedule. Here you can go and provide details of the course schedule for each class, module name, class name, when it's going to be, when and what time it's going to start and end. Then you can do like traceability to know the detail of the response generated by the AI, like how it actually generated it, which function, which API call it made underneath. Then you can have like announcement widget, assignment widget enabled. Then you can have chat history saving option, which basically allows the professor to also see different interactions happening with the virtual TA, and like what kind of questions the students are asking, how the AI is giving responses, are they accurate, or are there any kind of conflicts or no. Then you have option to send daily summary emails, which basically is giving you, an analytical overview of the last 24 hours interaction with your virtual TA. Then you have option to schedule pipelines where you can specify the time, like days and timings, select a time zone, and on these timings, it's going to go and bring in new information. LMS configuration, this is like you can enable LTI. So this entire application, you can see that we have already set up in Canvas itself. So you don't have to go on multiple iframes. You don't have to go on multiple platforms to get this thing done. But if you want to use, you can use it directly inside your Canvas. So this is the chat history, which is basically being recorded from different interactions happening with the virtual TA, like what exact question was asked and what response was given. And then you also have the detail of what functions were called to get the response, what chunks were collected from your vector data store, and eventually that was used as context to generate the final response. Then you have pipeline status, right? And
quickly, Arvind, we do have a question actually.
Yep.
So we have a question from the audience asking, what model do we use for our virtual TAs?
Right. So for the virtual TAs, we have given you option to go with the OpenAI models. You have options to pick from GPT-4o, and you have option to pick from GPT-4o Mini. These two are the options which for the models, for the LLMs that are being used to generate the context at the end whenever somebody asks a question.
Right. And can a professor fine-tune the AI chat module?
So fine-tuning, not exactly on the large language model, but the prompt tuning is something that you can do, right? As I showed over here, you have the prompt template. This is something that you can use to, iterate over different kind of prompts that you want the AI to adopt to. Let's say what I've seen, in some example is that they want the AI to adopt to a persona of PhD student, right? who is expert in a specific topic, and then they evaluate and see like if they are getting right kind of responses, and if they are getting, that is their final prompt template that they're going to use and pass on to students. So you have the option to publish and unpublish the virtual TA. When it is published and when it is unpublished, when it is like unpublished, only the professor can go and talk to it, right? So he can try like with the prompts, is he actually getting the right response? Once he has reached to the acceptable criteria, then he can publish and share with everybody in the classroom. All right. Are there any other questions?
None for now. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's about it from my side. Handing it over to you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to move to the questions that we have in the chat. And I think this one is directed towards you, Sarmit. So does the system use all course content? How does it handle content from previous semesters?
So it's specific to a semester, like the way you create any course for a specific term in Canvas, right? So that's where you create an integration for the specific course ID, for the course name. Then whatever information you are putting in there is getting fetched, is getting processed and exposed to the AI. During this process of fetching the information, we are also respecting the publish date, the log dates, and other details to ensure like whatever you want to expose to the students should only be exposed to the AI as well.
All right, thank you. Another question we have, like, does this AI platform may integrate in the future with SIS or other LMSs?
Absolutely, we are working towards on the integration with Brightspace, Blackboard Ultra, and Moodle. So definitely, if there are like more platforms available, we would love to connect and make integrations with them.
Another question is that, can anyone create their own custom agents?
Yep.
Okay. But I think I can take this one. So is the system compliant with FERPA regulations? Yes, the system is compliant with FERPA and GDPR regulations, and we have a white paper for LTI administrators to be able to look that information. If anybody needs it, they can reach out to us, and we'd be more than happy to share that. Alrighty, so I think these were the questions for today. Else. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any other questions. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in and listening to us give you a demo for our AI solution. We're here to answer any questions, even if they're available here, or you could reach us out on our emails. We will be sharing the recording for this, as well as contact information for me. We have a VP of product. We also have Sarmit available to answer all of your questions that you have. Just as a special offering for the attendees of the webinar, we're offering a 15 days trial on one of our test courses, our sample courses, that you can reach out to us. We'll share with you the link with the recording to sign up, and we can set up a call to gather your requirements and set up an environment for you to be able to test it out. We're also going to be available on the 6th and 7th of April at ASU GSV. So if anybody is there in San Diego, please feel free to come and join us. We'll be more than happy to meet you there and talk you through what Classbuddy is doing for AI education, for AI in higher education. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye, everyone.